Today's March 16th. Today's quote is entitled, Maintaining an Image. I'm from Los Angeles, and Los Angeles, Southern California, it's all about image. Not who you really are, but who you make people believe you are. Image is what we want the world to think they're seeing when they see us. Character is who we are. It's difficult and painful to maintain a self-image that is different from who we really are. As long as image is important, humility will take the back seat. So in the Bhagavad Gita, Prabhupada defines humility as not wanting to be honored by others, or not positioning oneself to be honored. Prabhupada calls it the enjoyment of being honored, and definitely it's an enjoyment, perhaps one of the highest enjoyments. People who have everything, they still work hard for legacy, to put their name on a building, to be remembered. So even when they don't have to work anymore, they'll still work, name and fame. So image is a big thing. And you ask yourself, what do you want people to believe about you? Especially if what you want them to believe is not true. Well, I want people to think I'm more intelligent than I am. Maybe I want people to think I'm more Krishna conscious than I am. Maybe I want people to think I'm more this or that than I am. But then I become concerned about them thinking like that. That's not Krishna conscious. When you show up somewhere, when you walk in the temple, what do you want the devotees to think? Now, you might say, I would like them to think I'm a good devotee. And your intention may be to inspire them. I would like to set a good example so they can see a good example that will inspire them. That's different than what I'm talking about. But if your intention is, I want them to think I'm a good devotee, so that'll gratify my ego, not necessarily so they will be inspired in Krishna consciousness, but I will feel good, my ego will feel good. That's what we're talking about here. When we show up and we want them to think something about us that's good, that is not in relationship to helping them, but in relationship to fulfilling my need to feel good about myself by having other people think I'm good. That's a problem. That's what we're dealing with. That's, unfortunately, what we're dealing with. Now, yes, what do we say? It's difficult and painful. Yeah, so the thing is, when you become humble, it relieves a lot of this acting. You don't have to act anymore. You can just be who you are and be okay with who you are and allow people to be okay with who you are. And you can just be happy being who you are, which is such a relief that you don't have to pretend to be someone you're not. That's what it means to be humility. A humble person is not pretentious. They're not trying to show off. They're not trying to hide anything. They're not trying to pretend there's something they're not. That's what materialistic people do. And because we're raised in a materialistic culture, we sometimes do that. And that's called duplicitousness. And Prabhupada talks about that. And we should be inside, outside, the same at home, in public, at the temple. We should be the same. That's what it means to be a Vaishnava. Not that I'm very Krishna conscious at the temple. At home, I'm not Krishna conscious. That's not what it means. I appear to be very humble in the Sangha of Vaishnavas, but at home I'm something different. It's not what we're being taught. It's not what Prabhupada wants from us. He wants 24 hours a day. We show the world what we are. What you see is what I am. I'm not trying to pretend to be something else. That's Krishna consciousness. And that's humility. And that's what we need to cultivate. Of course, we have to be aware if we have to be honest enough to know whether or not we're doing that. And so reflect on it and see if you're not trying to get people's honor, praise, show off, do something to get their attention. then you're just acting. You're being pretentious, and that's against Vaishnava principles because it's harmful. It will be harmful for your devotional service. That's the point.